Alright, hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So I wrote a couple riffs last night, and it seems like the internet likes them. Take a listen. Okay, I've had a couple of requests for tabs. I am terrible at writing tabs, so I'm just going to show you guys how to play it. I think it's pretty simple. I am not a very good metal guitar player in my own opinion. I think I'm pretty decent at songwriting. Sometimes I'm working on that, but I think that is the most important thing that we as guitar players can be. That said, I'm not super great at picking very fast and doing a whole bunch of super fast primarily picking stuff. I feel like my fretting hand is decently strong, and I feel like my picking hand is decently accurate and consistent, which is what matters for the type of stuff that I go for. With that said, hey, if you guys like this type of content, please let me know down in the comment section. I'd be more than happy to share any type of riffs that I've done on this channel. But yeah, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So, the first riff is definitely the hardest riff in this whole song. If you can get through this, you can definitely play the rest of it. Let's go ahead and look at that. I'll try to play it slowly. It's always harder to play things slowly than it is to play them up to speed. Not always, but you know, generally, when you're learning particularly. The first riff goes like this. Nice. Yeah, again, if you can get through that, you can play this whole little song that we have going on here. Up to speed. Not so bad once you get a hang of it. And that's the thing, like, I like to write stuff that sounds complicated, but in actuality, it's not. The main things to keep your eye out during this riff is those couple of slides from the 5th to the 6th fret. And that slide right there. The slides are very important to the riffs to just help them kind of make the riff feel glued together. That part might get people. It's kind of a pretty quick transition. I think it's a little string skip there. It's not a string skip, but you're traveling 3 strings at a pretty quick tempo. Make sure you're muting the strings right there so they don't ring. And once you can get through that and get that part down smoothly and be able to repeat it, you're good. So the second time that riff plays, there's a little tapping part underneath it, but I'll let you figure that part out by yourself. It's nothing fantastic. And to be honest, I don't remember it right now. Alright, on to the second part of the riff, which I guess will be the verse. it's just chords, super easy. Starting on a C sharp minor chord. And there you have it. Next part is simple little, I wanted to just extend the verse, so I did, you know, traditional kind of genty filler type of riff. So you're here on the root C sharp here. And then for the riff, you're just rhythmically jumping up to the octave. Not too hard. So the second time that riff repeats, there's a lead part which is going to actually transition into the next main riff. So for the little lead part that's playing over top of what I just played, you play it up an octave from where you're going to end up playing it. And it's right here. It's definitely harder to play the right rhythm slowly, but just get a feel for it. And make sure you get those bends in there. Like, that's definitely kind of a feel thing for me, but I think it adds a whole lot of spice to the riff. And again, that's playing somewhat quietly behind the, but it's also kind of meant to subconsciously introduce the next riff. And I think I just really like the riff. So again, that same riff I just played is then played to end the song out. Just played an octave lower. So instead of, and the first time it's played palm muted. And that's the end. So it's, and there we go. That's how you play it. If you have any questions about this, please drop them down in the comment section. This is a gear channel, so let me kind of talk about that real quick. The sounds in that track that you heard just now, in the full track, was this exact preset with these exact pedals, this exact setup. And yeah, I definitely had this thing where one of my goals was I should be able to turn on my amps, turn on my pedals, and just play and not have to do much of any mixing and just have something come together and be fairly glued together like that song just was. There's like a very slight bit of EQ on like the guitars and stuff, and I just have a preset drums that I tend to use, and it all came together very well, to include my bass preset that I did on the Axe Effects. If you guys want to see a bass instruction video on these riffs, let me know. I'll do that too. But only if someone asks for it, because I'm a guitar player primarily. That said, the bass parts, make sure you're listening to them during the song because they kind of are pretty important. But hey, you guys take care.